Welcome to episode 140 of the Creators Outlet, sponsored by our friends over at the Inked Marketing Team. If you need that little extra push to get you over the top in your Indiegogo or Kickstarter, contact Kevin Gillette over at Inked Marketing. Go to www.inked.marketing and check it out for yourselves. Right now, I'd like to introduce our special guest tonight. From Chat and Draw, the hotshot himself, Mr. Michael Watson.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
The man with his own Nerf arsenal in case the kids get out of line.
I definitely am ready to shoot the kids.
Homeschool is great.
Yeah, whoever said that lie can keep that to themselves. I applaud people that can do that because I cannot.
So you are cruising along. For anybody that might not know, tell everybody a little bit about yourself for the radio audience and the podcast audience, and a little bit about the book.
Awesome. Well, my name is Mike Watson. I am the publisher of Freestyle Comics and founder of it. And we have a nice little Kickstarter going called the Hotshot Collection on Kickstarter right now. It's collecting issues 1 through 8 into 2 electrifying trades. Each trade is over 100 pages. On top of those 2 trades, this will be the first time in a very long time that the book has been released in the trade book format. So we're very excited about that. But on top of that, you can also get the entire FSK library, all 19 of our comics, as single add-ons to whatever tier that you want to get. We've got some nice art swag, original art swag. You can get tons of commissions on there, a couple retailer deals and things like that. Our goal was 6,000, which we have hit. We've hit that goal, but we are going for our secret goal. The $10,000 stretch goal is what we're going for right now. If we hit 10K, we're going to give you the brand new issue, unreleased, of Hotshot number 10 for free on all pledge levels.
Well, somebody get this up to 10K, because I know y'all want a free comic.
And we're giving out tons of free comics. Right now, we've been doing backer numbers. Every 15 backers we get on the Kickstarter, we unlock a new free digital comic. And we have unlocked 12 of those right now. And so those are free of charge. Those just get added to your bundle. Tomorrow night, we are doing a Backerthon on June 16th, where I will be streaming for a good while. And our objective is to get 50 people, 50 people to back the Hotshot Kickstarter at $1. If you back it at $1, that will unlock all of our digital comic book library, plus the FSK library for digital distribution. You will get all that for $1 for backing the Hotshot campaign. And people that have already pledged, it'll be unlocked for you too. You guys are going to get it too. We're like AT&T. Our old customers and new customers get the deals. So I think people should want to jump on that. That's like 30, 35, 40 different comic books for $1 on a campaign. So that's what we're shooting for tomorrow.
When's the last time you get comic books, even one of them, that cheap?
I know. I mean, it's digital, but still, man, it's a great offer.
Oh, yeah. Let's bring this up. 87.98, 156 backers, 8 days to go. Might have hit that goal a little bit out of the park and smashed somebody's windshield with it.
Well, it's definitely what Void is trying to do with Hotshot right now on that image.
Oh, yeah.
But we're real close to the 9,000. I know I'm speaking ahead by just focusing on the 10,000, but we're close. But if we hit the $9,000 stretch mark, we unlock the voiceover episode of Hotshot number 1. So I've gotten voice actors for all the roles in Hotshot number 1, and we're going to be doing some motion graphics on the first issue. So it'll be about an 18-minute video with sound effects, music, voices, and all that good jazz, unlocked at 9,000.
And That's $2 away. Um, you know, that's not that far away. Yeah,
It's not. It's not.
that's only a couple. You know, that's only a couple. That's like 202 away. So
202.
I mean, if somebody would have get a nice tier with some original art, boom, unlocked.
Hey, you're absolutely right. I think so. What's been funny is as I've been doing updates throughout the campaign, people have increased their pledges on certain things because they didn't realize we had so much stuff that we were giving away. We're giving away original penciled covers from the Hot Shot series, original penciled pages from the Hot Shot series. There are commission tiers on there. Example, you can get a sketchbook cover of a #1 issue of Hot Shot. I'll draw it live on my Chat and Draw show with you appearing as a guest as I talk to you. You get 11x17 full color commission of anything of your choice. I will draw that again live on Chat and Draw with you as my partner as we conversate in geeky galore conversation.
Oh, that is sweet because that would be nice for me to get because you've been on my show a bunch of times. I haven't been on your show though.
Yeah, I have been super busy with that back and forth on the show. So, but we need to get you on. Actually, I just know you as a fan. I know you like to talk about comics. I know you like to conversate with creatives. But like, are you actually releasing a book? Do you work on a book?
That's a secret.
That's a secret. Okay.
I haven't. I've written plenty because I'm tied into Outright Geekery, so I've written plenty of articles over the years. My first were I did a retrospective history of Conan, like going back about 15, 20 years ago, and a couple other things for fanboy.com. And then I worked for Martin Dunn on his website, and I was interviewing bands and creatives over there, and then I got offered over here at Outright Geekery, and I went from reviewing books and writing a couple of op-eds to being the guy that runs the middle road and deals with all the publishers every week.
Okay.
That so it's been dancing around in my head because and Brian Silverbacks has pushed me a couple of times on it to maybe there's something in all that trauma you went through back in 2016 with the coma and the coming out of the coma and all that stuff you went through that could translate into like a cool horror comic, or you could twist it into something.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working on something like ideas and trying to flush ideas out myself for about a year now, but I don't think anything will be happening for a while.
Okay.
But
well, it's at least a start to have something going in your head, to have something going that you can eventually play with once you get a good direction going on it.
Oh, there's always something going in my head. Most of the time it's stuff I can't write about, but there's always something going on in there. Now, these are some of the books that are unlocked right now.
Yes, these are some of the books that are unlocked right now. Super 1, 2, and 3. One of my favorite comic books of all time. I absolutely love that series. It's a great book. They call her the Dancer, which is one of my favorite books that Kat has written. We also have Tap Dance Killer 1 and 2. Big fan of Ted Sakura. Robert Jeffries' Route 3. Moana McAdams' Fishing Day with Papa Ray, which is actually a children's book, which is pretty dope. Russell Nolte's Ichabod Jones and Travis Gibbs Broke Down and Four Dead Bodies. So tomorrow when I kick off the Backathon, I'll
Till after midnight.
right. I'll unlock the rest of those books. Everybody that is pledged to the Kickstarter will get all these books. But if you pledge $1 tomorrow and back our campaign as one of the 50, of course, if we get more than 50, hoorah! I'm not going to turn that away. But if you're one of the 50 tomorrow, you get all of these digital comics for $1 plus some FSK library books that we have too.
Oh yeah, because all are welcome.
All are welcome, and I figured whatever we can do to get people behind this campaign, while the more dollars we get, the more we can do, which I really appreciate. But it's for me, it's a constant back and forth between what's valued more, the number of people on the campaign, because that increases your audience and reach, or the dollar amount on your campaign, which allows you to do more. And I think most of the time I'm going to side with the amount of people on the campaign, being that while we have the money to do what we need to do specifically for this campaign, we're giving that out to more people, and that's more voices for people to have conversations about our content.
Yeah, and the more people you get eyes on it, the more people that enjoy it, you get a bigger percentage there, and they're gonna tell more people. And hey, we all have friends that come over and be like, "Oh, what's this?" And they start shuffling through your comics. Next thing you know, you'd be like, "Well, I got this off a Kickstarter from this dude. Here, I just tagged you in the post, and boom."
Exactly.
You wanna get like more and more people in, because it's there's some fantastic stuff going on right here.
Thank you. Also, if we hit 10,000, Travis Gibb is giving us Cthulhu Invades Oz, the digital copy, 168 pages of award-winning anthology digital comic book that we'll be giving away at the $10,000 mark as well.
That's huge.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like the extras are there. Like, you're getting plenty of bonus on top of anything that you like on this campaign. Like, I really don't feel like anyone's losing on backing this thing.
And if you hit 20 grand, I'll toss in my firstborn.
Yeah.
She doesn't clean anything. She eats a lot and hibernates in her room with an iPad.
Hey, oh my goodness, how old is she?
13.
That sounds about right. My oldest is upstairs hibernating in her room with an iPad right now.
Oh, we're both living the dream, I see. Yeah, she just turned 13 last weekend, so I'm just like, and everybody's like, goes, "Oh, you got kids?" "Yeah." "What do you got?" "Daughter." "How old?" 13. "Oh man, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And most of them are saying that because they've already had daughters that have gone through college and graduated and gotten married and moved away and stuff. And I'm like, wait, they do that? It's like, yeah. I mean the move away part. They actually just leave. You don't have to ask them. No, I go, oh, they got to be better than sons, because my mother asked me to leave like 10 times. And I'm like, I go, no, I like it here.
Dude, I couldn't wait to get out of my house. And then the day that I moved out, I was all sad and crying. Like, I'm gonna miss my mom and my city and my house. And then I got down here to Columbus, where I went to college. A week later, I decided, like, that after that week, I was like, I ain't never going back home.
Well, I was like, what was I? I was like 20, and my mother had asked me like a bunch of times, because I'd been working since I was 15. And she asked me a bunch of times. And then she came home from work one night, and she's like, "I'm not going to ask you to move out ever again." Really? She's like, "Yeah, I got accepted into senior housing. I'm moving out. And you can pay all the bills and the rent." I'm like, Oh, damn! I gotta get another job.
Mm. She said, "Checkmate, sir." Checkmate.
Yeah, checkmate. I'm out.
Ooh.
Okay, now this is a funny picture.
Oh yeah. So, well, Hot Shot being, it's about a young man in college trying to prove to his girlfriend he's not cheating on her without revealing he's a superhero, while not getting kicked out of college because he's never there because he's a superhero, and it's very much so grounded in the reality of life, or whatnot. And so this is one of those situations where something's going on downtown and he needs to suit up, but class is going on right now, and he's choosing to go help out. But at the same time, his mom sees the news and she's like, "Are you downtown? Are you okay? Are you safe?" And so he's got to conversate with his mom while changing into his costume, while cutting class to go downtown to save the city.
Yeah, I see like a little bit of mix of things from Peter Parker's world
Mhm.
and a little bit of Invincible with the girlfriend thing,
Yeah.
and just funny trying to watch them to scramble to try to get everything on, shoes flying up in the air. Looks like he might have taken a little bit of a beat down.
Yeah. He just got back from from an adventure the previous night. It didn't go his way, but now he's got to go back out there, face a little busted up, and he's a little sore and tender. But that's the job, right?
Yeah, that's what you sign up for if you can fit into a spandex suit and not look silly.
Right.
Myself, wouldn't even try.
Yeah, I haven't even considered it.
And what's this picture from?
This picture is from one of my conventions I went to. This is actually one of my favorite moments ever at a show. This young man hustled up. I think that's when we had 6 issues of Hot Shot out, and this young man hustled up through the course of the day. He found $5 like every 45 to 60 minutes, and came over and bought a new issue. If it wasn't, he got a friend to buy it from him. He found some dollars like that were dropped, and he gave me some real beat up dollars, or he borrowed it, got it from his mom, and it just got to the point where he hustled up and got 5 issues of the book, and he came back and was floating, waiting for issue 6, looking at it, but he had no more. He had no more options. He used all his cards, and I finally just said, "Dude, just take it." I watched you this entire day find a way to get 5 comic books off of my table, and I watched you go sit in the corner and read those books immediately after you purchased them through this entire day. You can have this book for free, man.
Yeah, you get that straight up hustle. And next time I'm here at this con and you're here, you're working my table. Because I want to go around and see what other stuff is here.
I've done that before. I've had like my friend Haley. I met her at a comic book convention, and she saw me at a panel, and ended up coming back to the table with a bunch of other people that I had following me, because I bribe people to come to my table, and I did my pitch at the table, and she bought a couple of the books. We ended up talking about the books and comics in general and stuff, and she would come back, checking to see how I was doing or whatnot. And then like I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go to the bathroom. You might watch the table for me," because nobody else was around. She was like, "Yeah, I got you." And she had been around the table so much or heard me in my panels doing my pitch, she was able to do the pitch. So by Sunday, my partner wasn't there with me, and I had to go to a panel. She just watched my table for me the whole panel, and she was doing the pitch and everything. Like, she was selling comics with me by Sunday because she just had it all down packed. So it's definitely a thing that happens.
Trained in 2 hours and ready to go.
Ready to go.
Very cool. Mike and Carla. Maria and Vigilance. Void, not a nice person. Alana. Some great art, dude.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think that's I think that is one of the things I appreciate about the series so much. There's not a lot of comic books or indie comics out right now where you have more than 3 or 4 issues of one book, one series, and we have 10. We have 10 issues of Hot Shot. The one that is ready to go as the reward is, even though it's the number 10 issue, it is the 11th issue in the series, and that's because we have a 0 issue. But my favorite thing to that I enjoy about the series is that when you read issue 1 all the way to issue 9, um, there's a progression of growth in the storytelling, in the art, in the production. Like you're literally watching us learn and grow with every single issue that we put out.
Oh yeah. What book did we talk about with that on Boomer? It was it was Mark Schultz, later turned into Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, but the original title
Okay.
when he first started out, it was it wasn't sloppy, but you could tell it was like, back in the 80s and, like, early 80s, like indie days.
Uh huh.
But, by like the middle of a by like the middle of the second issue, it was like it didn't even look like the same person. And it was. His art had progressed like leaps and bounds within like 32 pages, that it was ridiculous. It didn't even look like the same person.
Dude, that's crazy. I love seeing stuff like that.
Oh, this don't look like a good day right here.
No, it's not. It is not.
I recognize that because I've had days like this. So,
Mm. I am sorry for you, brother.
well, when you play in traffic, things can happen.
Understandable. Well, Hotshot definitely uh, played in traffic. That traffic was called Void, and he had some fun.
Void did, yeah. Uh,
Yeah, Void.
there he is,
Oh
Vic,
yeah,
Victor.
Victor Dandridge.
You,
He's
Danny
added.
Cooper.
Yeah, Victor has added a lot to the series. He's a co-creator on the Hot Shot series. Danny Cooper has also added his weight in the comic book Hot Shot. He's editor in chief of Freestyle Comics, but also the head letterer there. And pretty much, we are a dynamic duo right now over FSK as far as uh, the ideas and the plots for where the stories go. They come from Danny and I right now for the recent issues. Victor laid down the foundation for where everything has come from for the FSK universe. Veronica Smith, she is our associate editor, and she basically is the glue that holds us together, making sure we're not missing anything. She makes sure that like today, I just got out of a meeting with Stephanie Menard, and we were talking about what she's writing for Vigilance, the next actually issue 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we had this pretty dope outline. I sent it to Danny and Veronica for the synopsis outline for each issue, and Veronica was like, "That's cool, but did you remember this?" And I was like, "Damn it, I did not." and, and she just makes it so easy because it is a lot that we're juggling with all these comic books and trying to make them one unique or singular universe. So it's great having all these hands that we have at FSK to help us keep things together. So once she said that, I was able to get it in there, and it wasn't hard, but it would have been detrimental if we forgot this. So Veronica is that person for us. She's also the lead colorist at FSK. All the colors come through her. We just recently added Lori Foster to the team, and she's been handling. She's taking over inking, but she's also been stepping up in other areas. So she's been super appreciative to be on the team. Gary Mitchell has been a long time inker at Freestyle Comics. He's been inking Hot Shots since back in the day. And Carrie Kelly, the creator of Dyna Girl for Red Handed Studios, he wrote issue 7 and 8 of Hot Shot.
Oh, cool. But wait, there's more.
There's always more. There's always more. We turned and I was saying we have 19 comics available right now. This is our ultimate read order for all of our books. This is the order we suggest that you read it in. Do you have to read it in this order? No, you don't. This is just our preferred order for reading the books, almost like a release schedule. On here, it has 21 comic books. That's because we have a couple of books that are done. We just have not released them yet. They are next up on our Kickstarter release schedule. But all they need is letter work, and then we're ready to distribute those books.
Damn, son, your book list looks like the MCU for the next 4 years.
Thank you, sir. That's a compliment I love hearing. Because definitely we are.
Here's the order. You have to go to Disney Plus and watch all the movies, TV shows, and everything.
Yes.
And you should have plenty of time because it's been 84 years for everybody waiting for Black Widow to come out. So actually, it's 84 years next month, and they're just going to put out a trailer like every week until they've actually shown the entire full-length movie in trailer form, and then you can sit down and watch it in one long blast on D Plus a month later.
I wouldn't put it past them.
You know, it makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't they do that, really?
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot of books, dude.
And that's kind of like the thing that we're hoping, because all these books exist in one universe. They're one verse or whatnot, and our characters are featured in other books or whatnot. But it's kind of like what we wanted to set up is that while the next Hotshot book may not be out for 6 months, but the next Vigilance book will be out next month. We want to keep people interested in our entire library. Or you can just wait for the book that you actually are really a fan of. If you're just a Hotshot fan and none of the other books are of interest to you, that's perfectly fine. But we want to kind of look at and think bigger picture with the titles that we have, especially when we have this number of comics out.
Yeah, I only knew 2 of the books. I knew Hot Shots and Vigilance. I didn't know any, like, all these other books, like Heroes International and Cypher and
Emerald Quest.
Yep.
Source Book. Yeah, man, we've been busy, and we got even more in the hole.
And our entire comics library you can get as add-ons.
Yep.
And these are all physical add-ons, right?
These are all physical add-ons.
So you can get the whole library in one swoop.
Yep.
You're gonna get all, unless you want floppies of everything, then you can just go in, don't donate like $10 towards the cause, and then just hit the add-on deals and just get the whole library.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We wanted to set up this Kickstarter campaign to service new readers and old readers, new fans and old fans at the same time. So we figured if you were a new person and you wanted a new series to get into, you could get the entire library and have a bunch of stuff to read. But if you've been rocking with Freestyle Comics since whenever, and you've already got all these books, and you just want to get the trades, then you can just get the trades. So we try to set it up. We try to be the every person as best as we can on this campaign, but you can get these in physical format. You get them in digital format. You can add them on to any one of the tiers that you want. But yeah, you can get access to all these comics.
Did you do the cover on the wraparound?
Yes.
That's badass. Except I would want to open it up in the center seam and just put it in like a frame and put it on the wall or something. Because that's pretty dope. Or either that or I would like buy 2 and take the cover off and just put the other one up as a poster and just give somebody a coverless comic to read. Be like, if you like this, go to this website afterwards and then you can just buy them for yourself. What happened to the cover? I framed it and put it up on the wall because it was a dope cover. You do that? Uh-huh. You know how many times I had to buy Alex Ross poster books or Wizard poster books because I took posters out, and then I realized there was another poster I wanted on the backside, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I've been there, so I definitely know what you're talking about.
Limited early bird special. The early bird special obviously is gone right now.
I think we actually have 2 slots left on that early bird special.
Oh,
Mm.
and is this the physical trades and then everything digital?
Yes, sir. Volume 1 and Volume 2 physical, and Volume 1 and Volume 2 in digital format for $50.
Plus, you can still get
Yeah,
the add-ons of the books you don't have.
yeah. There's 2 early bird specials left.
Two left. So you
Two
got
left.
2 shots to drop $50. You get the 2 trades, plus you're gonna get them. Plus you're gonna get them in digital format. And who doesn't love trades?
Dude, there's definitely a trade audience out here in the world. So that was the whole reason we did the campaign. People kept asking me, when are you going to release the trade? I'm like, I don't know yet, but we got the floppies. We got the singles if you want to read it. All 10 issues. Was like, I'm a trade guy. I'm like, all right, no problem. We will work on that.
It's like I don't want to buy boxes and bags and boards. I want to put it on my bookshelf.
Right.
You know? And my whole apartment is full of bookshelves because I've got 4 6-foot bookshelves that were purloined uh, by my LCS when I went into my coma back in 2016.
Mhm.
And I'm like, dude, I'm unpacking stuff, but I don't have any place to put anything because you have all my bookshelves. He's like, all right, but we had a flood in the back room and I had to take everything out, which, so there's like 3 rooms full of stock that he had to pile out into the main room and close stuff down. So hopefully he's got that taken care of. And I am slowly making room to put bookshelves back in here so I can unload stuff. Plus, I've got these huge windowsills in here because it's a refurbished factory. So
Okay.
I'm like, and a good friend of mine has decided if when he retires, he wants to be a woodworker in his retirement because he can't sit still. So
I know how that
he,
is. That's how my father-in-law is. He's a
yeah,
retired cop, but he cannot sit still. He's still doing all types of stuff.
and he makes these really cool like mini bookshelves. They're for like the tops of file cabinets or windowsills, and they're on just enough of a back tilt that makes them perfect for like hardcovers and trades.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, how big are they? And I measured them out, and I measured my windowsill. I go, I could fit 2 of these in every window. Mm, I
Don't you
got
just love that?
I got lots of books. Plus, he's making me a custom frame because I just got a piece of original art in from Sean Howe of Joker, Riddler, and Penguin from the '66 Batman movie that he did.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna make me up and gonna make me a nice frame and back it and put it in there for me so I can hang it up in the cave here. Slowly but surely, you will stop just seeing like a warehouse with stuff piled up behind me.
Well, that's also the cool thing about being a regular that is watching your show every time you premiere. They get to see the growth, and even if you have somebody that gets new to it, they can go back and binge episodes and see the process of you building yourself back up. I always think that type of thing is very cool.
Now I'm getting a little scared here because I've never seen Ren with a faux hawk hair.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, that's how I used to rock it a few years ago.
I'm like I'm like that's different.
Yeah, that's his dangerous and young days.
Well, he could still be in the dangerous days, but he's not in the young days no more.
Well,
But
he used to he did a mixed martial arts match.
oh, did he?
Yeah, and he won.
Well, he probably scared the other guy out with that hairdo.
And then he quickly retired, undefeated. So there you go.
See, that is the best way to do it.
Super smart, right?
I did it. I lived. I won. And now I'm done.
Now I'm done. Dude, super smart. He went out 1-0, undefeated. Bam, I'm done. I it's something I wanted to do, and I did it, and I can say I retired great.
So there's a level 5 Ren McKenzie for $45.
Yes. So again, in the attempt to appeal to hardcore comic book fans and casual comic book fans, in my head, when I get a trade, I also like to get the floppies, but I don't want to touch the floppies anymore. I want to put them, bag and seal them, close them up, and put them in the bin because I don't want them to get damaged or anything. And I figured if you're getting the trade, you're getting that to read. And if you want a #1 issue, maybe you want a #1 issue that's an exclusive variant cover. So we went out and hired a couple of different artists, Ren McKenzie being one of them, to give us a variant #1 cover on Hot Shot. So we actually have several tiers just like this, featuring a different artist, and the tier is exactly the same, just the art changes on the #1 issue. You get a physical copy of the Volume 1 trade. You get the issue 0 Hot Shot book that's lettered, and this will probably be up your alley. You get the actual image in poster print form, and you get the #1 variant cover of Hot Shot #1, but featuring the artist that appeals to you.
Cool. And this is the cover. This is the cover he did.
Yes, that's the cover that Ren McKenzie did. That he actually destroyed because he destroys paper. That's what Ren does.
Yeah, he likes to say he destroys something else, but that's a different kind of show. He destroys action figures because he likes to customize them.
He does. He is into that. That is a part of his thing.
You want to see him? He was almost crying one day. I go, dude, they just released a brand new He-Man Collector's hardcover book.
Ooh.
No. How much is it? I go, $100. And he was, I thought he was going to break down and go into tears because he wanted that book so bad.
He's a big He-Man fan.
Oh, I know. And it had like all the different variations of, it showed like every single version of every figure that was ever done, like up to date. So it was pretty cool. And this is the level 6, Seth Deimos.
Yes. Seth is amazing. I discovered Seth on Dirk Manning's project and fell in love with that guy's art, man. And I just could not wait to get him on a project. And we're in the talks of doing a little something. But while we were talking, he tossed out a variant cover for the Hot Shot series, which is an homage to the Todd McFarlane Venom Spider-Man cover.
Yeah, he's got your dude getting wrecked on the cover. What's up with that?
Hey, Hot Shot gets wrecked, man. It happens.
Well, you know, you got to get beat down to get better.
Exactly. That was a very fun piece. He did the lines and inks on it. I actually colored it.
And then you got this dude Mike Watson doing a cover.
Yeah, I don't know who that bum is, but I tossed that kid a bone, and was like, all right, man, I'll help you out. He did a cover for us, and he wanted to get all fancy, and that cover can be upgraded to a hollow foil cover.
Up to a hollow foil cover.
Yep.
And you should get the hollow foil cover. I mean, look at the dude. He went and got his hair cut, COVID and all.
Absolutely. Out here risking it.
He got all straightened out before he came on for his photo. And
we got Victor. Victor
did the 8-bit cover.
The 8-bit wraparound cover. We actually I think a little further down in the rewards, you'll see the actual finished cover. But I love it because he did 8-bit for the whole cover, the image, the title font, the logo, the letters, all in 8-bit. I didn't think he was going to do that. I thought he was going to just do the figures, but he sent me that. I was like, man, you're crazy. That's hardest working material, hardest working man in comics material right there, man.
It's like we're gonna give you the downgrade and give you the Minecraft cover.
Not the downgrade. His cover is actually the most sold cover so far.
Is it?
Yeah. People love 8-bit art, man.
I don't get it.
And I asked him to put the hot shot on a separate layer for me so I could do that on a t-shirt. So that'll be a t-shirt after this campaign is over. I love it.
I waited 50 years to have good graphics for video games. Now the only game my kid will play is Minecraft.
That's, I'm not crazy about Minecraft either, but it's the creativity that the game allows you to have, man.
Yeah. And for her birthday, she's like, Dad, I want you to get me a plush zombie pig man. I'm like, a what? So I looked it up. I ordered it. And then 2 days before her birthday, I got an email from Amazon that, sorry, it turns out that item has been sold out for some time and on back order. We will notify you when it's available. I go, oh, great. It's okay. She blew me off and didn't come over this weekend, so that's all right. Sean Hill.
Yes. That cover is by Sean Hill. We have a black and white version of it, and we have a colored version that Veronica Smith colored. And it's just so powerful because it's Void's massive self destroying Hotshot. Like it looks like Hotshot struggling, like he's trying to do everything he can to get free, and Void is just this wrecking ball of destruction.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I go, I'm looking at that cover and I'm hearing Miley Cyrus or whatever the heck her name is singing Wrecking Ball in the back of my head.
Exactly.
Level 10, we got Ryan Robinson.
Yes, Ryan Robinson is a painter, and we wanted him to bring his skills to our issue 0 cover, which is our own homage of an homage cover. And he painted a revised version of Mike and Carla together, but the photo looking like it's getting ripped in that very moment of them separating.
Yeah. Oh, the color work on that is dope, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan Robinson is a beast, man, and he's been doing art for a while, but it has not been his main point, his main focus. And within like the last 2 years, he's really just been like, yeah, I'm about to do this art thing. And then watching him grow into where he's at right now has been a fantastic journey to see. And I was just, waiting for the right job to say, hey, let me get your skills on this. And he killed it.
I'm like, I can't stop staring at dude's shirt because the way he did the colors, it looks like everything's moving.
Yeah.
It's, oh, man.
Fantastic stuff.
I'd be interested to know how that cover looks like under a black light.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Because I think that if it reacts the way I think it should, the way he painted it and the colors, it should just like pop and glow right underneath the black light at night.
Mm.
Level 11 Collector's Fest.
Yeah, this is every single cover that we offer in this variant series. So you can get all of them plus Volume 1 and Volume 2 in trade form for $125.
Cool, because we know there's people out there that can't make decisions and have to have every single cover.
Absolutely.
Now, if I had the money, I would have to have every single cover of every book ever, for the simple fact that no matter what, I can be collecting a series, and then a cool variant comes out. Some cool variants come out for a big, for the big ending of the series issue. And the one that will appeal to me is going to be the one that is worth half of cover price 30 days in when all the others go up to like 30, 40, $50.
I dig it.
Because, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Fish Lee.
Yeah, we got a bonus cover from Fish Lee. I've been doing this tour online to several streaming shows, and I was on 5 Star Fridays, and Fish Lee is one of the co-hosts, and they surprised me where they said, we're going to flip the tables on you tonight, Mike. We're doing chat and draw for you. And so Fish drew this up for me live on the show, and I was like, dude, that's dope. Can I get to have that? And he was like, yeah, it's yours. And I added it on as a bonus cover. So you can't get it in the collector set, but you can add it on. If you get that collector comics cover level, you can add it on to that so you can get all the covers.
Cool. You can't say you don't have any choices going on throughout this whole campaign.
We wanted to give options.
Level 12 Virgin covers and t-shirts, and of course there's the 8-bit t-shirt and the Virgin trade.
Yeah, I just found out about Virgin covers the last couple of years of being with Short Fuse Media Group. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. So we definitely wanted to have options for Virgin covers for our Virgin cover fans, because they actually sell. People like them and they want them.
It's almost like, what can we name a cover with just the art on it? Well, let's bust on the nerds. We'll call it a Virgin.
I know, right?
Get a few different t-shirts going on.
Right.
Get some different t-shirts going on. Level 13.
Level 13 gets you Volume 1, Volume 2, Issue 0, and a variant cover of number 1, plus all the digital content of both trades and digital artwork.
Very cool. Man, level after level. This is like an 8-bit video game. It just never ends.
Hey, I want to make sure we got something for everybody. But level 15 is a level I recommend for true, like the hardcore fan that wants to get all the issues. That will get you every single issue of the FSK universe, plus both trades in physical.
Well, damn.
And that is that right there is 19 comics plus both trades.
And so far we've hit 15 levels, which is why in the next 8 days you're going to crush that 10K stretch goal.
I hope so. Then these levels coming up now, just little variations on some things. We have a soundtrack with Hot Shot. If you are a heavy collector, like if you like getting your book graded and sealed, we have that option as well. I'm personally going to be taking advantage of that on this Kickstarter myself. I'll be getting the number 1. I don't know how many of the Hot Shot books I'm going to get graded, but I know it's going to be a number of them. But it's definitely an option for you to get here on the Kickstarter.
And level 18, 220. Both trades, physical and digital.
Yep.
Hot Shots 1 cover, Hot Shot 0 lettered, cell phone, tablet, computer art, digital thank you postcard, chat and draw sketch cover show.
Yep, that's one where I will draw on a number 1 issue of Hot Shot, a sketch cover, and I will do that live on Chat and Draw, and you'll come hang out with me on that episode.
And plus you get the Verse LP.
Yep.
Here we go. Now we're talking. We're getting into some original art pages now.
Yes. If you are a fan of original art and you want a true collector's item, we're giving away with this tier original comic pages and original covers. Just if you pick this tier, I have the list or images of the ones you can pick from. All you have to do is message me and select the cover or pencil page that you want.
Yeah, you can select the page that you want for what's available. And if you want to upgrade for another $40, you can select a cover.
Yes, exactly.
We're still going.
Yeah.
Level 20. FSK team editorial treatment.
Yes.
So this is you guys helping out another would-be creator on their next or possibly first project, and schooling them in the ways of crowdfunding and producing a comic.
That's exactly what that is.
That is a more than reasonable tier.
I appreciate that. Like, I'm not trying to. I was trying to really come up with fair prices for these things that would, where people would say I can actually do that. So let me go ahead and get that, because Danny Cooper, Veronica, and I spend a lot of time on these comics and producing them and working in the back room on the story where the characters are and plotting and things, and we've learned a lot. I'm not going to say we know everything, because that's just not true. We don't know everything. We are still learning on a daily basis, but at our current level and experience, we have learned a lot about making comic books, and we are big fans of passing that knowledge on and assisting and helping other people, because, man, if I had help when I first started doing comic books, while I'm happy with my progress, I can only imagine if I had more help at the beginning, I would be so much further right now, or I would not have made as many mistakes as I have made in my career. But we're here where we're at now, and I'm definitely very appreciative of that. But we would love to pass on that knowledge and help other people make some kick-ass comics.
Oh, for sure. Now, for those people that are like, that sounds cool, but I was really thinking about the Kubert School. You might want to compare the $425 to the $4,250 a year. Well, no, wait, a semester for the Kubert School, and because that's a thing, and
I'm not knocking the Kubert School, because Kubert School,
no,
go there myself, but a lot of the stuff that I learned about comic books, I learned out of school. I learned from other people. I learned from experience, going to comic book conventions, making comic books, creating campaigns and stuff. I definitely did learn some things in college. I definitely did. I will never take anything from that. But a lot of the stuff that I'm doing and functioning with comics now, I learned on my own out here in these comic book streets.
Level 21, traditional commission pencils.
Yep, I will. Again, that will also be done on Chat and Draw, but I will draw it up for you on 11x17 paper. So it will be in traditional art form, but just tightly rendered pencil work of whatever you want.
Very cool. And level 22, all of the goodness.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything that we're offering on this Kickstarter, plus a full color commission. And I believe you also get a Chat and Draw spot with another commission on top of it.
So 2 commissions in everything out of the FSK library.
Yeah.
For $650.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm pretty sure half of that fee would just about cover a commission at a con, a full commission at a con, if you will. And that's just pencils and inks, not full color. So
it's nice to see somebody go through this that has experience at comic book conventions and knows the ticket price of things.
Translation: he knows how much money I've lost at Comic Cons now. and that was before I went to the snack bar and paid $37.50 for a 4-ounce bottle of Coke for the pretty cosplayer. Okay, sponsor exclusive tier. Tell us about this.
Freestyle Comics and my show Chat and Draw are sponsored by 2 magnificent companies, and one is the Ventus in-house productions, and So this sponsorship tier is $350. You get the trade volume 1, volume 2 plus the digitals. But the most important thing about this is you get Victor Drandich. You get access to him. He will be a creative editor on your next project, and he will also provide you with writing assistance. This is your time to sit down and get with the hardest working man in comic books. And take note, Victor laid down the foundation for FSK. So the 5 comic book titles that have come from Freestyle Comics have come from the foundation he laid in the first 6 issues of Hotshot. So I wouldn't pass it up. We went from 6 issues to 19 issues. We've got 8 issues in the whole. Hotshot's plotted up to 100 issues. And the man is working on his own universe as well. And I think he's dang near got about 20 comics out as well. And with more content on the way. Victor he knows what he's doing. And if you are somebody out here trying to test the waters of your project or make a comic book, or you want somebody to tear into your story to make it a stronger story, this is the sponsorship tier for you.
His ears got to be burning tonight. We must have said his name like 30 times.
He's a popular guy, man. He's just
man, if he was the Candy Man, we'd both be dead now.
Damn. Absolutely. Then we have Moana McAdams. She does a wonderful show called Moana Nui Podcast with her co-host Dana. You get the trades both in physical and digital. And you secure a guest spot on the Moana Nui podcast show where you get to come up with the theme, whatever it is that you want to talk about. They'll research it, they'll set it up, and that will be the episode, and you will be their featured host on that show discussing that topic with them. And then you also get to have some time to sit down with Moana Adams and discuss any questions or concerns you have about Kickstarter. She's done some successful Kickstarters, especially with her podcast, and just her business savvy is top notch. She helped me along with a few other people on the Kickstarter, but Moana is, she's always that person that is going to be there, or at least for me, she's always been that person just in my ear saying, don't devalue yourself. Whenever I sent her potential prices for stuff, she was always like, raise that up. But she's really cool people. So is Dana as well. They are very good at just the idea of networking with people and putting together shows and branding as a whole. So it'll be a great experience. Plus, if you are somebody wanting to get into podcasting, streaming, this is your opportunity. And that package is only $300.
A bargain at any price, because that's a lot of school in there.
Yeah, that's kind of like what we wanted to lean towards. A lot of people that are fans of comic books are also people that want to do creative things. So we wanted to definitely try to provide as much of an outlet to, open those doors of discussion and learning for people at the same time while giving them something fun to enjoy as well.
A little something for our friends at the retailers.
Yes. So these are the retailer tiers. It's the first time I've had to do something like this. Victor, again, being the person to tell me, hey, you need to do these, because I didn't even think about it. So basically we have 3 levels of it. At level 1, you get 5 copies of volume 1 and volume 2. At level 2 for this one, you get 10 copies. 10 copies of of volume 1 and volume 2. And then at the 3rd level, which is 300, you get 5 copies of volume 1, volume 2, but you also get 5 copies of an exclusive retailer only cover. So a cover specific for your shop.
Very cool. So of course you hit up Danny Morales from the Collective, right?
I did not.
Whoa. All right. Well, I'll be tagging Danny Morales in this, and but by all means, hit him up, because the Collective is awesome with indie stuff, and your indie stuff is like mainstream, but indie stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that, because people have said that to us. Like when we first started doing Hot Shot all those years ago, we put out like the first 2 or 3 issues on time, full color, and like we did them like every other month on time, and they came out on time, like at the comic book conventions. They were like people were looking at us like this is unheard of. You guys are not only are you doing an indie book, but you're doing a mainstream superhero book or idea of a mainstream superhero in full color, 22 pages, and you're dropping it exactly when you say you're dropping it. That's part of how Victor and I got so popular in the indie scene. In the very beginning was because
And
we did that.
that is insane. Like I know a lot of people are get a little sketchy when it comes to pardon the pun, get a little sketchy when it comes to buying indie books. They want to make sure there's more than just that number one because they don't want to get involved in, mesh with the book and the characters and discover a new thing that they possibly love, and then they never see another issue, or
Yeah.
it's like 6 months or a year later, and you guys were putting these out bi-monthly. That is just about unheard of. Even guys that are well known that have worked with like some of the small press publishers like Ryland Grant.
Hmm.
He bounces between projects back and forth, and he stays pretty much with Kickstarter, and then he does like a short Indiegogo before he wraps everything up. But he'll do like this set, and then he'll do that set, and then he'll come back for this one. So he'll have like loops going, but nothing like every other month. And it's tough too because if you're locked on for Kickstarter, you're lucky to be able to get like them to accept like 4 projects within a year.
Hmm. Yeah, so we're definitely trying to return back to that level of production. Like I said, we got about 7, 8 books right now that are on the verge, on the cusp of firing out to the public. So this campaign for us is the comic book shot heard around the world. This is your catch up time. Jump on this train because this is your ticket to the FSK experience. Once we drop this with all these books, we're jumping right into our next campaign after we deliver this. And our objective is to stay in that 3-month range for dropping a new comic book with new content every 3 months.
Is that Wrecking Ball cover?
Yeah, the close up of it. Yeah.
And that line work is crazy.
Like, I already know I'm going out to Sean when we do our Vigilance Kickstarter again. I already know I'm going to Sean for a Vigilance cover.
There's Ren's cover.
Close up on Ren's work. Yeah.
There's your cover.
All the lights and magic of the fire.
With a possible upgrade to a holofoil.
Yes.
And that is very more than popular with myself right now because I got a holofoil in my scout box this month. So I'm like,
oh, okay.
For I think it was stake 3, and I opened that up, and I was like, it was like opening up the Ark of the Covenant or something. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, there's that Venom homage.
Yeah, man. I would definitely say the Seth the Moose's inks are very fun to color over.
Oh, there's that beautiful painted cover.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, Ryan did a great job with that, man.
Oh no, my screen's derezzing.
Those are some of the pages and covers, the actual pencils and inks that we have available. There's more, but that's just some of them.
And this is the wraparound cover.
Yes, sir, it is.
So
that is not extra. So like,
it's not extra. It counts as one.
It counts as one.
Well, people, what are you waiting for? You upgrade on that tier $40 to switch up from a page to a cover, and then you get both of them.
Yeah.
How do you not want to do that? Look, I'm always looking for a coupon inside a coupon, and this is a coupon.
I knew exactly what you were going to ask before you even asked it.
And this is like Mike's got this wraparound cover on Groupon this month, and
Groupon.
merch. You get the Hot Shot masks, Hot Shot t-shirts, all kinds of t-shirts. And of course, the library and all these books are going to be unlocked tomorrow, because you're all going to go over there. You're all going to go over to the stream that Mike's going to be on tomorrow night, and you're all at least going to toss $1 a piece in, so you all can count as backers and get all the digital books at least.
Some of the stretch goals we've already unlocked, thanks to everybody on this Kickstarter so far.
Digital wallpaper. The Zero event.
Yeah, that's a preview of our new book, the one that Victor came back to write. It's a 3-part series, mini-series, and it's the Zero event that we've been talking about in the book since issue 3 of Hot Shot. We're actually taking you back in the past to show you what that is. This is a preview that was just unlocked. We're going to show you the script, the layouts, the pencils, the inks, and the colors of 3 pages of that book, just to give you a inside look at how we put comic books together, but also give you a peek of what's new, from FSK and Victor Dandridge.
And just enough of a tease that you're just going to be sitting in front of your computer screen waiting for the next Kickstarter to launch from FSK.
Yeah. That's, again, hey, you understand marketing. That's what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Digital wallpaper from Void.
Yeah.
That looks crazy dope.
Yeah, I love. It's one of my favorite images of Void ever.
It's like that the negative space covers that are like so popular. This is kind of like that taken up to a next level, because he's kind of like leaning back and breaking the plate glass behind him.
Yeah.
A digital collection of Hot Shot art.
Yes, so I've collected some art over the time that other people have drawn of Hot Shot, and I've got a bundle of art in my own files that has never been released or seen, that I'll be putting into a digital comic book to make available, as this has been unlocked as well.
Digital wallpaper into FSK.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite images of our Freestyle Comics characters, just because I feel like it gives a good range, variety, and diversity of what kind of characters we have at FSK.
Very cool. This is almost like a George Perez setup.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that.
Like it's not done. Got to put like another 120 characters in there somewhere. But this is the foreground panel.
Yeah.
Now he's going to do the background. $9K. Only a little bit away.
Only a little bit away.
Voiceover episode 1.
I'm very excited about that. The people that I have doing the voices are very good. So we're actually in the midst of working on that episode now. So it's going out to if we unlock it, it's going out to the backers first, for sure. We're going to do, Oh yeah, you know we're gonna when you're right. I slipped up.
Man, I'm calling Victor, telling him all this crazy talk you got going on here tonight. He said if he hits the 9K. What?
So when we hit the 9K, this audio episode will be unlocked because we're gonna do it like a podcast. Because eventually the goal is to do all the comic books, get all 19 comic books like this. We want to do an audio version of it, and then of course a visual version of it as well with the motion graphics added to the books, and release it like a podcast series, kind of like actually exactly like Danny J. Quick and Morgan does for their series.
Oh, yeah.
That they have. But they do side stories and not alternate stories, but other stories outside of the comic books. This will actually be our comic book stories that we have that we'll be doing.
That'll be very cool. And then before this whole campaign closes, this will be hit. Because we all want, especially with this cover now, we all want issue 10, even though it's 11.
Yeah.
For free.
Yes. So to the people that get digital rewards, they'll get it digitally. My physical backers will get a physical reward of it or whatnot. But yeah, that's a brand new unreleased issue of Hot Shot, part 1 of our new saga, Unforgiven. Part 1 of 4 parts. 22. Actually, I think this one's actually 24 pages. I inked and drew it. Veronica Smith on the colors, and I wrote it as well. Danny on the letters. So it's a good one. It's got some good action in it. We pick up kind of just right where issue 9 leaves off, and we are about to take Hot Shot down a very tough road.
See, you want to get that 10K because you're going to get this book for free. Instead of, the bottom line is, if this doesn't get unlocked, then Mike's going to do a Kickstarter for this book that you could have gotten for free. And now you're going to pay like another $10 for shipping for a book you could have gotten for free.
When you're right, you're right.
Come on now. Let's go.
Either way it goes, we have our whether it's Hot Shot 10 or Emerald Quest #1, we have our next Kickstarter. We know where we're going, whether it's either one of those, but we have our next Kickstarter ready to go.
So if you all help him hit that 10K goal, it will not be Hot Shots 10 because you'll already be getting that for free. And you'll be jumping ahead because if not, then he's going to hold back this book over here and put Hot Shots 10 on the Kickstarter launch pad instead of going, oh, look, a different book. Boom. You're going to get it quicker. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And of course, this is the chart that shows you how much of all the production money goes to where.
Yes, it is.
And 23.1% to printing. Production is almost half of it. Nasty Kickstarter fees. And so it's like between Kickstarter fees and shipping is like a quarter of it, and then printing is a quarter, in production paying everybody that has to work on the book and assembling it and this, that, and the other thing, all the hard work that goes into making even a single issue, never mind putting together the trades plus everything else that's going in with this. So it's a lot of stuff, dude.
It is. And I actually redid this Kickstarter. Like I said, I had a few people giving me feedback and critiquing it and giving me some guidance. on it, and I basically tore down everything I had done and redid it. So it was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot tonight, man. I'm getting dry mouth just from reading level 26. Like Christ, this is like an old Mega Man game.
Yes.
I'm like, so this stuff looks great. We got 8 more days to hit the 10K. We already know we're hitting the 9K.
Right.
Because anybody that watches this has been watching this or watches it on the replay or hears it on the podcast because this is getting uploaded to the podcast tonight. Will know that they can go on and hit that original art tier, upgrade for another $40, and buy that wraparound cover before somebody else does.
Yeah, that is still available. It's the wraparound cover, the issue 5 of Hot Shot. It is the because I have the super tight layout, and then I have the inks because it was inked over top of the layout. So I have 2 versions of it, a penciled version and I have an inked version of it. So yeah, you can upgrade to that cover and get that. Make sure you guys are all going to the Hot Shot Kickstarter at freestylecomics.net. And you spell comics with a K, KOMICS.net.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me. It is in the show notes, either up above or down below, depending on where you're watching us. But it is also now in the chat. And don't forget when you dive into that original art tier at checkout, make sure you put in the code Groupon, and Mike will know where you got it from. I'm just messing with you. Don't put in Groupon.
Please, no, you can't, because it would just tickle me. Because the way you said that and pitched that, I was like, you know what? That's exactly what it is. That is the Groupon code for the page. That's great. That's hilarious.
It's like, I know this person. They got this from watching that Crazy Dude show, and how do you know? Because the way he pitched it, he was just busting shots and said, you can get this whole thing, just enter Groupon.
I love it.
Man, it looks great. You guys are doing some tremendous work, and we wish you all the best in hitting that 10K goal. Hopefully tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
I'll be peeking in because Wednesday nights I do the Sean Howe art show. So I'll be up on that around 9, but I scroll around to see what's going on and pop in to say hi. So I'll go in and tell everybody about the Groupon code and then pop back out into the art show. But this is all the best. Why don't you tell everybody where they can follow you on all your social media platforms?
Awesome. As usual, the big one is our Kickstarter campaign right now. So that is freestylecomics.net. But you can find me on all social media platforms as Most Epic Art on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Most Epic Art on all those social media platforms. I also want to say thanks for having me on your platform. Really appreciate you giving me access to your audience and taking the time to hang out with me and talk about this Kickstarter and help me spread the word on it. I really appreciate it.
Oh, always a good time. Good luck on that big long stream tomorrow night. I know somebody, because you're Freestyle Comics, will actually put up a challenge to put up a donation challenge for you to actually freestyle while you're on the Freestyle stream.
Right, you're right. Somebody probably will make that request, and if not, I will probably just end up doing it irregardless. That's what's been happening on the last big ones.
But yeah, definitely when you hit that 10K, shoot me a DM so I can share it out and push it ahead. Hopefully it hits the 10K tomorrow night would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome if you could hit it tomorrow night, because then it's easy coasting, and everybody's got a free book coming, and everybody will be excited because now they're going to be able to sit down and reread the issues they had, or if they're new to the series, as soon as that big box of goodies comes in, they'll have like 11 issues they can just read straight through.
Yeah. See, I mean, you get it. You understand. You get it.
Although they should probably do the add-ons so they can look at the campaign page and see the MCU FSK order they're supposed to read the books in.
I would love for people to do all that. Like I said, probably on my next Kickstarter, I won't offer as much stuff. I kind of got crazy excited. But as I was doing updates and I was featuring different things, I quickly saw that there was a lot of content and people did not see all the stuff we were offering. So my only advice, if you are going to the campaign and you do want to support us, actually watch this episode because we went through everything.
Yeah, just watch this because we went through everything.
Yeah,
we joked around about the Groupon code, and you'll know everything you need to know from this because we went through the whole shebang from top to bottom.
Yeah, we did.
You can take it upon yourself to, by all means, go to the campaign and take your time and scroll through every little thing and check it out for yourself. Or you can scroll through with us as you watch the replay of the show, and we can go from there. Michael, I want to thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I will tag you as soon as those podcast downloadable episodes are ready to go. And all the best. 10K all the way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again. Shout out to your audience. If you guys have any questions, obviously I'm here. You can message me, like I said, at any of those social media outlets or on Kickstarter if you're on there trying to figure something out. But this is probably the most thorough interview that we've had in regards to the Kickstarter. So a lot of your questions will be answered watching this episode while also getting him hits and clicks and views on his sites as well.
Yay! Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Later.